Niggling at this filly from the time she hit the ground, then Persian Princess, and under the persuader last is Kawaja. 500 left to go, nearing the turn. General Hassan, the pilot, well held by Johnston Porter. Wrinkly's trying to bustle out off the fence now. A single-minded lady drops off. Right on the outside of those, Verve de Vega being followed then by Fast as the Wind. She's winding up in behind them, but still under some pressure, and now under the whip as well. At the 200, Verve de Vega, Wrinkly, General Hassan trying to rally. Don't like Fast as the Wind. Friaress makes some ground. Wrinkly hits the front though. Wrinkly under heavy pressure in front from Verve de Vega and gets the money. Wrinkly won from Verve de Vega, General Hassan, and fourth home Friaress. In behind them came Fast as the Wind with Kawaja, and they were followed further back Persian Princess, Single-Minded Lady, the last of them to greet the judge. Well, that's not exactly how everyone thought it might pan. Stablemates had dominated the betting. They did not dominate the race. Wrinkly's got it under 60 kilos. That's a massive effort. Huge performance by Wrinkly. 60 kilos. Shouldering off the fence, a Single-Minded Lady gave it away at the top of the straight. And it was the one that grabbed General Hassan. Verve de Vega was there. Friaress and Fast as the Wind. She never travelled comfortably at any stage of the race. There she was always just off the bit, being niggled at from the time she hit the ground. And Wrinkly was the one who was up travelling full of running. $10.10, $2.20. The winner here 2 starts ago at 1400. Was soundly beaten last time out though. But he's made amends today, and he's made amends with an extra 3 kilos to contend with. He carried the 60. And he did it under the vigour of Brad Parnham, and he really rode desperately to score from Verve de Vega 220, General Hassan 140, Friaress in 4th place, 131.13 the time for the event. So Wrinkly, a Saxon, Kylie Nadine Gelding, owned by Steve Kilner, trained by Neville Parnham and ridden by Brad Parnham, not given a chance by too many this afternoon, it would seem. And he's got back into the winners list very quickly after being well beaten the last time that he appeared. Second home, Verve de Vega, number 2, by Lope de Vega from Refem for Wally and George Daly. Jake Casey aboard for the Sean Casey stable. 3, General Hassan by Hassan Lightning from Scorn Saxon for Steve Thornton. Trained by Jeff Durant, Jason Miller, ridden by Clint Johnston Porter. Friaress, Takahide Aikanushi, 4th home. 3/4 of a length by a nose, and 36.80 the sectional time. Times aren't quick, that's for sure, I can say that. They look to be going a bit quicker than what the time would probably have us believe, but the sectional is nothing particularly special either. So hard to know. There's no win factor to speak of this afternoon. Maybe there's just a bit more give, although we're on a good 4 track, than what we probably think. 10-10, 220. That's the price. And a great effort under the 60 kilos. It did carry 59 here, though, against older horses at 1400 2 runs ago. So back to 3-year-old company with the 60. Still a very good performance in anyone's language. The next event, race 4, the Heineken Handicap 244. Next of the day, number 1 Woodbine is out, and we've got the 10 runners there to do battle. 244 is starting time. Well, Brad Parnham, he earned his fee there. He had to really lift Wrinkly to get it to stretch out late in the race and hold them all off under the big weight. Let's go down now to Mark Olmus, and Mark's with the winning trainer in Neville Parnham.
Thanks, Darren. We certainly were talking about the heavyweight there, but when you've got Brad on and he's riding in outstanding form, and as you just mentioned off air there, even with the weight, he can get the best out of them with his vigorous riding style, Neville.
Yeah, consideration was given to claiming off him, but I spoke to the owner of the horse and I said I don't think an apprentice would get the same vigour into him, and a couple of starts back when he won at midweek, Brad really had to ride him hard that day, and the fact that he'd drawn barrier 1, it was offsetting the weight disadvantage. I thought he was going to get a pretty comfortable run behind Vive de la Vega or General Hassan, and yeah, that's the way Brad sort of mapped it out, and it all went to plan.
And now you scratched on Wednesday for it was drawn poorly on that occasion, the most recent Wednesday gone, and come to this race, it's pulled to be the right way to go. Yeah,
well, I actually watched a replay of that horse win on Tuesday night, and I started to think I would not, or probably couldn't beat that horse. So
Thunderboom?
Thunderboom, yes. It was carrying 54 and we had a bit of weight that day. But I just looked through this field and I thought if he could get the run that he got, he would probably be hard to beat. And Yeah, we would give him a bit of work Thursday morning, and the work was really good. So we come here quietly confident that he'd perform very well, and obviously he had the 60 kilos, but he's probably a bit better than some of these horses.
A couple of nice things he's done, because he won with 59 kilos 2 starts ago in a Class 1, so he's beaten the older horses with 60 kilos, and now he's beaten his own age on a Saturday with 60 kilos. He looks to have a bit of a future there for you.
Yeah, I think we'll have to be pick and choose. The races, he's not a high-class horse, but he's pretty useful. We just have to sort of, plan him right, and hopefully we can pick off another one.
Neville, the team's flying. Congratulations. Well done.
Excellent. Thank you.
Winning trainer there, Neville Parnham, and now winning jockey Brad Parnham after a double on Wednesday, as we mentioned earlier, a double on Saturday. Well done, Brad.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's good to be in form, and it was a very nice win by the horse today. He's pretty tough under the 60 kilos, so very happy. Also
jumped well and lobbed into a beautiful position, travelled up nicely, and then you were close enough with the 60 kilos to get the best out of him. You went past the other two.
Yeah, that's it. I always thought I'd probably be in the box seat, and that's where he ended up being. So I was happy enough during the run. I was just had a little bit of a query on him whether he could have a turn of foot under the weight. But like you say, when he went past the other two, he held him pretty strong.
We were worried about where Willie was, because he was behind you at one stage. Were you just keeping an eye on where he was?
Well, to be honest, I didn't actually know where he was in the run, but I knew he'd be sort of coming home somewhere. So I really just only had to worry about what I was doing, and hopefully that my horse could give enough to win the race, which he did.
Now, you've got a couple of girls, a couple of twins in the family there at home. What do you put the success down to?
Yeah, they're always watching me, always supporting me. It's good to have the missus and kids always supporting me, so they really lift me. And I think, they play a big part in my success recently.
Well, Brad, well done. A double on Wednesday and a double today. You've still got another couple today. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Winning jockey Brad Parnham there. A fantastic effort to get Wrinkly over the line.